welcome back to the channel. It's me, Courtney, and today I'm going to be talking about something that has kind of been irritating me for the past week or so. You've probably all seen it because there's memes, there's posts, there's Tumblrs literally devoted to like the perfect relationship. And whether you believe it or not, I have been in a few relationships. Oh my god, like, hard to believe, right? I can get a boyfriend too, you know. These Tumblrs and these Instagrams and everything about them, it kind of irritates me because there really is no perfect relationship, whether it be a friendship, a boyfriend-girlfriend relationship, a relationship that you have between your parents or your grandparents. But today I'm not going to be talking about any of those other ones. Today we're mainly talking about, you know, boyfriend-girlfriend relationships, boyfriend-boyfriend relationship, girlfriend-girlfriend relationships, foursomes, threesomes, whatever you want to consider them. And I don't really know what the title of this video is going to be, but pretty much I'm thinking along the lines of unreachable relationship standards or things people need to understand about relationships. That sounds about right. I have kind of compiled all of my thoughts and irritations down to 5 bullet points that I have on my phone right here. They look really long. I promise I'm not going to ramble in this one like I do in my other ones. I say as I'm rambling now. I'm hashtag goals. So the first bullet point that I have is not all relationships are perfect. People might put off this fake persona that their relationship's perfect, whether it be on social media, when they're out in public, or when they're around friends, they might put off like this whole fake front that, oh, our relationship's perfect, oh, we're happy all the time, oh, we don't have arguments. But it's fake because people have arguments, people have misunderstandings. So people putting off these fake personas being like we're happy all the time, it's just not real. It's not what people are actually feeling, and it's not what a real relationship is. That's why I hate seeing all these posts and these accounts on Tumblr and Instagram devoted to the perfect relationship, saying, oh, he's always going to go out and get you flowers every single day, or he's going to do this, or you guys are never going to have an argument. That's part of life. Having arguments and misunderstandings and not seeing eye to eye on things is kind of what builds a relationship. You find how this person thinks about a certain topic and then maybe how you think about it, and you guys just kind of come together. You don't want to be with someone who's an exact copy of you because that can get extremely boring. Out there, one of you might be dating someone who you think is exactly like you, and that's okay. But just from my personal experience, you don't want to date someone who's exactly like you because you guys don't have debatable conversations that make life interesting. I guess that's how I'm trying to put it. The second one I have is, this mostly pertains to the title, things people need to understand about relationships, is that if you're the only person putting forth effort into the relationship and the other person is not, there's no point in keeping the relationship going, because when you're in a relationship, it's two people who are putting in equal effort to make the relationship what it is. And if one person, say it's you're putting in everything you have into this relationship and the other person just isn't giving back, or they're not giving you the attention that you really need or deserve, then there's no point in having the relationship going. Now, I'm not saying go out there and just like break up with your boyfriend or your girlfriend just because you feel like they're not putting forth the effort. Definitely sit down and talk with them and try to work things out. Like, hey, this is how I'm feeling. This is how are you feeling? Let's try to find a compromise here. And if we can't find a compromise, then I think we should break up. I feel like so many relationships today they don't see that eye to eye where, oh, this person, I love them to death, but they're not giving me what I feel like I deserve. But I'm going to keep going on with the relationship because I feel like if I just keep working hard at it, eventually it'll get better. And maybe it will, but you don't want to spend most of your life unhappy with someone when you could be with someone else who's making you feel 10 times better than this person is making you feel. Now, this next one kind of pertains to women mostly, just because I am a female and I know how we work sometimes. This one is something that I see all the time. I'm at fault for doing it. Pretty much my next bullet point in what people need to understand about relationships is that women, you need to learn to take a compliment. Whether you're in a relationship with this person or not, if someone is taking time out of their day or even having the guts to tell you, hey, you look beautiful today, or hey, your hair looks really good, your makeup looks really good, you just look good in general, take the compliment. I have many times done that typical girl thing and been like, oh my gosh, you're lying. Like, you're totally lying. Like, I don't know why we do this. I don't know why. I don't know if guys do it, but I know that females do it, and it irritates the crap out of me. I have to catch myself from doing that because I used to do it so much. If someone tells you that you're beautiful, whether you want to believe it or not, take the compliment and just be like, thank you so much, and then give a compliment back. It's that simple. The next thing that I think people need to understand about relationships is that communication is so important. If you're not happy with something, voice it. Don't just sit there and let it fester inside of you for weeks or months on hand and then randomly blow up on your significant other about something that happened weeks ago. And this kind of has something to do with back before when I said, don't keep a relationship going if you're the only one putting forth effort. Communication is key. If you feel like you're not being treated the way you're supposed to be treated, or they said something that upset you, please voice it. Don't just sit there and be upset about it. Women, I know you do this all the time. Not everyone. I'm not calling out everyone, but I'm calling that small, like maybe 25% of women that want to sit there and just fester this anger and let it keep growing inside of them until just one day they snap on their partner. And then that usually ends up in a big uproar because your boyfriend or your girlfriend sitting there going, why are you upset about this when this happened weeks ago? Why didn't you come to me and tell me this then? You could have saved yourself a lot of heartache and a lot of arguing and tension if you had just sat down with them that night or maybe the next day and been like, hey, you said this the other day. I didn't really agree with it. It kind of made me feel like crap. Let's talk through it and fix this. And then most likely 9 times out of 10, they're gonna want to fix it too. So don't just be that person that sits there and stays mad about something that could probably be resolved in like 5 minutes of just talking it out. And my last bullet point that I have here for what people need to understand about relationships, this is probably the biggest one out of all of these next to communication. When you're in a relationship, people need to understand that they're not the only person in this relationship. And a lot of times in relationships, you see people kind of being selfish and focusing on themselves more than their partner. And I know sometimes it's hard for you not to be guarded and be like, oh, it's all about me. Like, I have to make sure that I'm not getting hurt. But at the same time, you have to think this other person is probably thinking the exact same thing. And you kind of need to be cautious and respectful to their feelings also, because these people are, again, opening their heart and their life to you, and they chose you out of all the people on this planet. They chose you, and you should not be selfish and just be thinking about yourself. Again, it's all about, you know, 2 people coming together and working off of each other. That's how a relationship is. And the sooner people realize it, maybe the less heartbreak there'll be in the world. Thank you guys so much for watching my video. I know it was a lot different than what I normally do, especially in the last month. This is my first sit down and just kind of talk video other than my monthly favorites that I did. But I just wanted to kind of sit down because I remembered why I started the channel, and I really did it just as a creative outlet to kind of express what I'm thinking and what I'm feeling about the world, and especially social media. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to hit that subscribe and like button to see more videos from me, and just to let me know how you feel about this video. If you have a suggestion for another video, why don't you leave that down in the comments and I will definitely check it out. If you want me to talk about anything else, relationship-wise or life-wise, I am your go-to internet friend about life because I've experienced a lot of things I feel like in life, and I can probably help you out. I was sitting there really awkwardly for a really long time. I'm sorry. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye, guys. Lightning.